When it comes to what's happening in Wayne County and the North Carolina area, look no further than Taylor House Publishing. If you have a story that needs to be told, please contact us via email at taylorhousepublishing@gmail.com.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I just made a video yesterday concerning the possible principalship of Mario Ray at Goldsboro High School. And a lot of people chimed in. I referenced when he quote unquote resigned from Norwayne Middle School in 2015. And this morning, about 2 hours after I shared the video, I received one call, and then later in the afternoon, I received another call. So that's why I know the real reason that Mr. Mario Ray was quote unquote resigned from Norwayne Middle. Now, I'm going to tell you the conversations that I just had with the two individuals who called me. One worked closely with Mr. Ray, and the other was a teacher around the situation. Of course, they remain anonymous. But also, I'm going to share with you some comments on the post from today that validate what these individuals were saying. Now, the first lady called me about 8 in the morning, said she just watched the video, and she said the real reason that he was forced to resign is he was allegedly harassing a teacher at the school. So much so that he would actually ride by her house and park down the street. Now, the individual could not say if the two had a relationship. She did mention that the lady who was married didn't have much to say about the incident. However, somehow the husband got wind of Mr. Ray pursuing his wife, whether it was warranted, whether it was welcomed, or whether it was not welcome. Once again, the lady said, the wife, wasn't too vocal about it. Maybe she had engaged with Mr. Ray and he, wouldn't let it go, whatever. Now, this is just speculation on my part. However, it was told to me that the husband allegedly went to the school board and made the matter known. And it was then that Mr. Ray was forced to resign. Now, if you remember the article that I shared with you, he cited that he resigned immediately because of personal matters. Now, the second call I got kind of corroborates that. Now, this individual told me that the word is allegedly that Mr. Ray was the principal at the school. Now, it was told to me that he would get in the system email because, of course, he's the principal and he has knowledge and access to all of the parents' email. So this individual told me that he would go in the emails and would be sending suggestive messages to certain female parents. And it continued on until someone got a hold of his computer. Now, this lady suspects, or, she said she may have believed that it was Mr. Ray's wife or ex-wife. I don't know. But nevertheless, she said that someone got hold of that computer and made those messages known. Hence, Mr. Ray was forced to retire. Now, both of those stories are similar in nature, right? But what's most corroborating or validating of those two stories is the particular comments that are under the post, which I shared with the a couple of Facebook groups, and people, mostly women, are chiming in. Now, one woman says, He's a known sexual harasser, but he continues to be saved. Wonder by whom or why. How many women in Wayne County Public School has either lodged a complaint against this guy or received a message from him? Raise your hand. Now, this lady alludes to receiving a message from him or several complaints filed against him. Now, this person actually probably or may have actual knowledge of these things. But a comment right under that, and I'll show it, and actually you're going to see their names because they posted it on social media. So this person said he is a POS, and everybody knows what POS means if you're familiar with acronyms. He's a POS who should not be allowed around children ever. He is a sexual predator, as one of many moms who he tried to get with. I still have the message he sent me. Pervert. So this is actual first-hand account, first-hand testimony of a mother or parent who received unsolicited or inappropriate message from the then principal at Norwayne Middle. And the comments continue to go on. One person says, I thought he gotten in trouble with Wayne County Public Schools. And then the other person says, I don't know anything about this man, but there are several people who have responded with some rather disturbing allegations. Those types of allegations should be taken to the school board or the superintendent or somewhere where they can be addressed and investigated. If that was the case and those allegations were true, I certainly wouldn't want him around my kids. Now, that is the sentiment that most people have. Why haven't these things been reported, right? If these allegations are true, if they, why hasn't anyone taken them to the school board? Now, the next comment will answer the questions. It says they have been taken to the school board, which is why he left in 2015, meaning resigning from Norwayne, as I mentioned in the first video. Trust me, they are all well aware and were aware when they allowed him back to Wayne County Public Schools, while others are not allowed back. Now, explain to me why he's allowed grace while others aren't. Now, this one mentions that, he was allowed back into Wayne County Public Schools. Now, the person who gave me the information said that, they believed that he went back home during that 5-year period before he came the Dillard principal, went back home to New Jersey and, did whatever. Some person even in the comments mentioned that they thought he was working at a beer distribution company taking orders. Now, in another group, I'm going to read these comments. This person says, this has got to be a joke. Ain't no way anybody thinks this is even a slightly good option. And this person, the next comment says, he crashed the Porsche in front of the school back at Norwayne and everything. Watch him throw a desk at a student that was sitting at when he was mad too. I don't, that sentence kind of is all over the place. And then this person once again confirms what other people have said, and the two other previous commenters said. They said, yes, and he was sleeping with students' parents. Got to be a joke. Once again, though, these comments corroborate the conversations that I had with the other person. And then this person says, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Thought about that earlier. And it wasn't like one or two either. He was all over the place. Now, he's a real stand-up guy, right? And so these comments taken from people who had students at the school who had personal experience with him, parents of students. These are firsthand accounts of Mr. Ray's alleged actions while the principal at this school. Now, also, I'm going to read this one as well. He said, amazing. All the things he has done, been accused of doing, and the reprimands, and he still comes out on top. Amazing. This is why our schools are failing our kids, because we have traveled so far away from values, morals, and good sense. Too many fingers in the pie dealing with education and too many agendas. Teachers are underpaid and have no say in how to teach, but those in charge can do whatever the hell they want and get a slap on the wrist. I personally watched how he destroyed careers and marriages while he ran Norwayne into the ground. How can you destroy a marriage, right? But because it's Goldsboro and Wayne County, it makes perfect sense for this to happen. Surprised it didn't happen sooner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your school board and superintendent in action. You voted these hats into power, and now you reap what you sow. The lunacy of it all. And this person said, since when is he allowed to be working with children again? He literally had to resign from being my principal when I was in Norwayne for the things he was doing. And that's the person who says, if I remember correctly, he was at a beer distribution place, restocking, selling beer, and doing price changes. I guess that was in his last, before he became the Dillard principal. Now, this person says, bruh, he's been bounced around like a basketball. And they said just picking up anybody, right? So all of those are questions or comments that was made by people who saw the post, where I referenced that the consensus, or there is what they say, the word around the campfire is that Mr. Ray is going to be the principal, the incumbent principal, or the upcoming principal of Goldsboro High School. Now, in that article, I mentioned that he resigned from Norwayne. Once again, that article said that, he resigned effective immediately. And as I mentioned in that video, before I knew any of these comments and before I got any of those calls, common sense and the history tells us anytime a principal resigns immediately, there's more to the story. There's something that has been swept under the rug. And as we see from these people coming out about the complaints and the knowledge of his actions, then how it was swept under the rug. You see, they sent him away for a while, and then they brought him back. It's almost like, back in the days in the early South, if a young girl got pregnant, what they do? They sent her up to New York, and then she came back down with a little cousin. You know what I'm saying? But and then everything was good. So evidently that's what they tried to do with Mr. Ray. And evidently people have not forgotten of what he's done back then. Now, of course, he's been hidden away at Dillard, far away from the Norwayne community. So, that was a way of hiding. But evidently, as they say, all things in the dark must come to the light. And so we finally have a taste. We finally have some reason. We finally have some context of why Mr. Ray was resigned from what's that school? Norwayne. So now we have him reportedly to be the principal of Goldsboro High School. And I hate to bring this up, but I have to, because it goes with the narrative that the former principal of Goldsboro High School was reported to have the same issues of inappropriate contact with students and not students, I'm sorry, forgive me, the parents of students and also staff in a romantic nature. to put it lightly. So maybe this is the pattern that, Wayne County School Board wants to put forth. But as the one person mentioned about morals and values, we've stepped so far away from that, it's a reflection on how our schools are being ran. So nevertheless, these are conversations and comments that I've received. None of this is, once again, I didn't wake up and say, hey, I'm just going to make up some information. This is information that has been sent to me by concerned people, one of which, once again, said that she had the messages from Mr. Ray and called him a pervert. So maybe that lady would like to share some of those messages. If you do, my number is 919-587-7782. Also, feel free to email me at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. But nevertheless, we have some context about the video for yesterday. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, more information, and more content. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.